we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Pittsburgh Panthers, taking on one of the participants from last year's playoff, the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. Pitt lined up for the opening kickoff. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. So the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets offense makes its way onto the field to open this game. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, like all power, all those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead. And it's nice to have those guys on your team. They're the leaders of the team, and they're the best players.
And part of the reason why they're leaders is because these guys galvanize their teammates, right? We've seen time and time again, these dudes make plays, and it just sparks the sideline. It sparks the coaching staff. It sparks the fans. They're special players, and they all have to play well today.
They'll throw again after the incompletion. Makes the grab. It's long. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
Really good offenses are able to attack short. You've got to be able to attack the whole field to make you honor that underneath part, then the intermediate part, and then you take shots down the field. This will loosen up some shots for later in the game.
And the Yellow Jackets come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. They'll try to get the first through the air. Quickly complete. Turns it on in midfield. Oh, he's got some space. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets!
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Bringing it out. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So Pittsburgh's offense will go to work for the first time. They are going to be greeted rather rudely, I guess, by a group of defensive linemen that wreak havoc and hunt down quarterbacks, Jesse.
And they wreck games. They take away everything you do offensively. So it's a huge challenge in this one, David, for this offensive coordinator to try to call plays and find ways to get the football away from these big fellas up front, because they take games over.
And get the ball out quick. Like when you've got a defensive line that can penetrate, that can get TFLs, get sacks, it's going to be on this offensive line to buy a little bit of time, but also the ball to come out quick, win in the secondary right now.
Pulls and fires complete. Crosses the 30, he's got away. He steps out right at the 40-yard line, and now they are in business moving toward midfield.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
Wants to throw it. It's complete to the left. And he's brought down, but a flag is also down. So that penalty is going to cost them the first down as they back up, and now it's 2nd down. Now on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Makes the grab on the left. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Hit right back to the line. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Hey,
Sometimes the quarterback puts that zip on it. You can hear it. And sometimes he uses the lob wedge where it takes a little time to get there. That time, he used the lob wedge, and the defender came in and made the interception. Big play for this defense early.
It's caught. And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35.
And I love that play call. There's a great example of sudden change situation, right? Your defense gets the turnover. You get it right back. The very first play, let's be aggressive. Let's take a shot and see if we can catch the defense napping. Boy, oh boy, did that ever work out great.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. The Yellow Jackets come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver, and the best thing he did,
turning it on. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21. Okay, ready? And the Yellow Jackets come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Catch in the middle. It's long. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be second and inches coming up.
Well, and a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Wants to throw on third. Dumps it to the back. Touchdown! Georgia Tech! They punctuate the chance with a trip to the end zone.
this offense is really dangerous because of the weapons they have on the perimeter of the field. And you're seeing they go to these guys early, and they try to give them opportunities in one-on-one situations and vertically down the field. 2 passing touchdowns now early for this offense.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Quickly to the tight end. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. Pitt pushing the pace.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. Safe completion on the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. The Panthers really need to keep this drive alive on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking down the middle. Finds space on the right. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's first down at the 27.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job.
Breaks into the open. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. On 1st and 10, trying to strike from the 15. Reads it, fires complete.
Nice quick throw there. It's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find their rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on game day.
Snatch it! Down to the 3-yard line, and that's where they'll have it, 1st and goal. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. First and goal, and this feels like their chance to give them a finish. From the gun. Here's the pressure. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown, Panthers! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in the game.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Off the play fake on first down. Got the quick pass. Across the 35, out of bounds at the 36, and a really good pickup as they're starting to move. They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. Throws for the tight end. Hauls it in. Brings him down at the 48. It's a gain of 15 and a 1st down. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Hauls it in. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. First play of the period, first down here. Wide receiver comes in motion. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Fires downfield. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Yellow Jackets will line it up on 1st and 10. He wants to change this route. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. A little release to the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And there are certain guys that I want to make sure I hone in on, and I do not give them the football in space. And this running back is one of those guys. Really good job by the defense, keeping their eyes on their keys and not letting him sneak out and get any kind of space. As soon as he touched it, he was on the ground.
Just keep slinging it. And that's incomplete. A defender. Over him, knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. They'll send out the kicker here. Good, right down the boulevard. And now the lead is extended a little further. So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. Out of the end zone. That's the kind of mistake that throws off your game plan. Out of the end zone, and you're stopped at the 8. The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. That deficit has now grown to double digits, down 17-7 as they start this drive. This offense is stuck way back in its own end of the field. Grabbed in the backfield. It's busted. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Hit right back to the line.
I love this defense's ability to fight off blocks and rally to the football. They do such a great job pursuing that wide receiver screen to only allow a minimal gain and no first down.
Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Rambling Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
It's complete to the right. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets! Made the grab and took it on in for the score. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They scored fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defense all year long.
And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Louisiana is ahead in this one, but unlike the days of Jake Delhomme and Brian Mitchell, this has not been a blowout today in Lafayette. They're up by 4 over Old Dominion. Sunbelt, Funbelt. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They want to run it left here. Virtually unblocked, and he stopped for a loss of 8.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
And the Panthers, now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Second down, he'll throw it. He's got him in the flat. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
Love the play by the defense. They just did a good job understanding where the running back was on that play. After the catch, they're able to make the tackle right away, and now they've set up third down.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. Pitt will have to boot this one away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He'll try to feel the punt and see if he can give his offense better field position. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. They're going to test the right side with this one. There he goes. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Looking downfield on first down. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Back to pass. Throws toward the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Now facing a 3rd and long. They'll go to the air. Flips it out on the screen. Inside the 25. He'll come through on 3rd downs. He's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23. And the Yellow Jackets are on the move. Wants to keep it in the air. Got his man. Now the connection takes it to the 11. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. The Yellow Jackets getting set on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Georgia Tech! That's the kind of skill that makes guys stars. The improvisational skills, the blinding speed, the ability to make the big play and make defenses look silly.
Just straight silly. I mean, what do you want me to do? You put a guy that's that athletic, that fast at the quarterback spot, and now you're telling me to defend the run, defend the pass, defend the scrambles. I mean, goodness gracious, I don't know what you want a defense to do. There's no stopping that guy.
The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, but now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese, they got to respond now. They got to put points on the board right here, cut into this deficit, create a little bit of momentum, because this one's going to get out of hand otherwise.
Yeah, there are a lot of offenses out there that might just say, okay, let's just regroup and figure it out. This offense doesn't have time to do that. They've got to be aggressive. They've got to throw it downfield. They've got to score points.
He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Got him downfield. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40. Pitt pushing the pace. To the air on first down. Got it in the middle. It's busted. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed after he made his break? He was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
They're looking to throw on 2nd and short. Got him in the open. Open space at the 25. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Huge play, puts them in the red zone, and now they'll snap it 1st and 10 from the 15. It's complete. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Going to swing it on 2nd down. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
This offensive coordinator has got to find a way to slow down this defensive end in the 4-3 scheme. You might want to start thinking about double-teaming him with a tight end, maybe using a running back on some chips. Try to give your quarterback more time.
Working that left side now. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. Looking for the first down. Pitt comes to the line on 4th. He's got it. First down and more. Touchdown, Panthers. Catch and run for 6.
Well, let's just call it like it is. The first half has been ugly for this offense. Not a lot to cheer about until that play right there. They finally score. We've seen crazy things happen in college football. They're way down on the scoreboard right now, but anything can happen, and anything can change after you score like that.
They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
It's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell.
Oh, he's got some space. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield.
Well, another catch by the big fella. And hey, this defense now on the second level, they've got to understand that they're going to see some play action. They can't keep biting on the fake. It's not easy to do. You've got to be aware of the tight end and his release. As soon as you see him get upfield, right now you know it's pass. So don't even worry about the fake. Get your eyes focused and find the big fella to go make a tackle or make a play on the ball.
Wants to throw on first down. Here's the heat. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion, because that hasn't happened often for this guy. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense continue to mix things up? See if they can maybe confuse this QB.
Back to throw, time running short in the half. Fires one high and deep. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play, and I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver is going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
Fires to the big fella. He's going to be a little short. It'll be 4th down from the 44. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, what else is new? A really raucous environment there in Atlanta. And it's clear, the aerial attacks of both teams have been relentless. They've been burning each of these secondaries like toast. Just an assault on the defensive game plans, if there even were defensive game plans. Gotta think, fellas, based on the first 2 quarters, we're going to see every route in the route tree again in this second half. And with that, let's send it back to the guys on the flats at Bobby Dodd Stadium.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. And the Yellow Jackets will boot it away to start the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. They come into this third quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And I'm going piece by piece. I know this is coach speak and very simple. I score, I get a stop. I can get back in this game, but it's got to be one drive at a time.
It's going to have to be, but I think the mindset offensively is we're probably going to have to score every time we get it, because our defense has been struggling. They have not been getting a lot of stops, so this is a critical drive here for this offense.
The Panthers are in the hurry-up. Bully ball on 3rd and short. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. And here comes the punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. The Rambling Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. The give to the back. Turning it on! They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays.
Well, you saw that broken tackle, David. This defense has to do a real good job of gang tackling to stop this guy today.
You cannot assume one guy's going to get him to the ground. Everybody's got to swarm to the football, all eyes on him, and play physical.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
Leaves it with the running back. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
The Yellow Jackets have this offense rolling. They'll try the toss to the left. How about that defense getting back there? He'll lose a couple. Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. Looking to fire. Throws to the wideout. Wide open downfield.
offenses run these slant routes. It's about putting the ball right on the numbers, and defensively, I got to be able to take those angles right away, see where he's at, break on the football. Poor angles there by the defense. The offense took advantage with some nice yards after the catch.
Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Wants to fire on second down. Nowhere close. That one as he got Will trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the second down misfire. He's got it on the run. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
Hey, really nice job on defense, too, understanding the situation. It's third down. We're fine giving up completions right there. We're not giving up the first down. We're keeping the football and the ball carrier in front of us, and we're tackling the catch. Awesome job, and now you've set up fourth down.
And the Yellow Jackets line it up with a first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage, he'll lose a yard.
And this defense is giving up some yards, getting all the way down here to first and goal, but great job on first and goal. Getting the tackle for a loss and not guaranteeing a pass, but putting this offense in a more difficult situation and trying to end this drive by only giving up a field goal.
And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. Wide receiver going in motion. A run for the quarterback. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets! And the beatdown has ensued. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further.
It's just so nice to have a sitting opponent who can make plays through the air and make plays with his feet like this. Runs in for the touchdown. The defense knows I have to account for him every play. That's my quarterback.
And he's coming out of the end zone. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. Last time they had it, didn't pick up a first down. Let's see if they can put something together here. Takes a hit as he fires. Soft spot in the middle. And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34.
And this offense is going to have to catch some breaks, man. They're going to have to make some big plays. They're going to have to push the ball down the field, break some tackles, hit some home runs, down 3 possessions in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to do everything right. Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front seven has dominated this entire game. How crazy is it that one of the best receivers in all of college football just made his first catch in this big of a game? You've got to give the defense tons of credit. They've had a plan for him. They've limited him, and that's why they're going to win.
Complete out of the backfield. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
Awesome body control and great job, too, knowing where he is on the field to make sure he got his feet down in bounds. At this point, this guy's been open all over the field, and if I'm the QB, man, I keep throwing him the ball.
Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on fourth down. They'll make the stop. but Pittsburgh moves the chains and they have a first down.
4th and 1, turn around, hand it off to your bell cow running back, and let him go move the sticks. Great job.
That's caught. It's Freeman. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
Well, this defense is used to seeing this fullback just slam up on in there trying to block people. Now you release him out of the backfield to see if you can catch the defense off guard.
Quarterback on the keeper. Snowed under right at the line of scrimmage for no gain on the play.
They just haven't been able to get much going in this game. The defense has definitely had their number, and here they are late. You're asking yourself, why are they still running the football, trailing this much late in the game? But that's basically a microcosm of how this game has gone.
Breaks into the open. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to.
And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's passed, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
Not a lot of room there. Give him a couple to the 16. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. They want that clock to run. They shut it down quickly, but he gets 2 out to the 18.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Fourth down and 3, and they'll try to pick it up. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Converts on 4th down. Still going. Has plenty for the first down, and they stop him at the 28. The Yellow Jackets come to the line with a new set of downs. He unleashed a bullet on that pass and converted the 4th down.
Gotta love it. Some people get conservative. Some people don't want to mess up. 4th down, you can tell. He wanted that window, and he threw it as hard as he could. Throws a strike to the wide receiver. Gets the big 4th down conversion.
The officials stop the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. Wants to throw again. Gets it out fast. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line.
These are simple routes, the drag routes that go across the field, but they actually can turn into huge plays. You see all the speed on the outside now, wide receiver. You get in his hand.
Makes the grab inside the 30. He's finally shoved out of bounds at the 23-yard line, and a big pickup on that one. It's one thing to get that huge play. Now you got to cash it in with 6. 1st and 10 from the 24. And he was knocked down immediately. Very short pickup on that one. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Shoots it to the left. And the timing just a hair off.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
And that's a really good example of a quarterback and his intended target both being on the same page. The timing was almost perfect on that play. That's why they were able to convert the 3rd down, now setting up 1st and goal.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
Sings it complete to the right. That will be the final play as the clock strikes 0 here. So after stumbling around a bit earlier this season, they put together